What is up, guys? Teddy Cornwall here. Welcome to the Underdog Talk, the world's most underrated podcast on earth. And today, I'm just going to put up the number two, because we got the two-time champ in the house, the champ, Keone, the prodigy, the future of bodybuilding. And I normally say that every show, but I genuinely mean this, guys. I mean the one and only Keone Pearson. What is up today? How you doing today, big man?
Man, just recovering, man. Everything is good, though. I have no complaints. How's it going?
Oh, well, man, an honor to always have you on. This is the third time we've had you on the podcast. The first time we pulled up a picture of you, a baby photo. We're not going to do that again. We won't do you dirty like that because, well, that time you weren't a champ yet. So now you are a champ. So we don't need
Crazy, man. I forgot all about I didn't forget about the first one, but yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
We did one. I was actually in California, and my now fiance. I was in the kitchen up in California. I remember that one.
And congratulations on that, man.
Thank you, bro.
I know you have a dog too, and
yeah,
seems like an amazing family, and everything's to clicking for you, champ. And I mean, man, we're post Olympia, and you're the double time champ. You have won the 212 back to back, and it has been a dominant statement from you, Keone. What was this year like going into prep? Obviously, you have an amazing coach, amazing support system, so you got that covered. What were some of the challenges going for you this year, and how did you conquer them as well?
I mean, as far as like the mindset goes, it was more so like I wasn't really 100% satisfied with the 2023 package, and it was pretty close against me and Sean. And Sean definitely gave me a run for my money, and I felt like I gave him a run from his money, but I felt like I still had a lot more to improve on. So this year, 2024, leading to 2024, I was like, I want to be able to look at all my pictures this year and be able to like them and be satisfied. With that being said, I need to make sure I bring a next level physique. So my mindset just completely changed for what I want to look like. So, and that's what we did. And we pushed hard on the cardio, 18 weeks out. I got straight on the Stairmaster. My fiance had the perfect program training for us this whole entire year. And we smashed it, man. Challenges, to be honest, I didn't have many challenges this prep at all. It was the smoothest prep that I had in my career so far, knock on wood. And I have no complaints. I mean, mental was on point. And we moved into a new house. So I have all my cardio in the garage, so I didn't have to worry about going to a gym, but my training in the evening time. And it was smooth, bro. It was the best prep ever, and which led to another win.
And I'm going to say, and we all said it, the best look for you yet, obviously, Keone, because like I've mentioned, there is a lot coming for you. And we'll get into that, obviously. And what a package, what a complete package. I think you brought one of the best 212 looks of all time. I mean, it was beautiful. It was majestic. And obviously the elephant in the room is, like we talked about maybe a year ago, you want to go to that open division on your own and do your own thing. And you talk about wanting to go against the greatest, or the greats. I shouldn't say the greatest, but the greats. And that's something that's achievable for you, which is scary when you think about it. And we saw Derek do the same thing and win 12. So it's not a rock in the dark anymore. What's that all looking like, Keone? And obviously no one wants to force you out. You know that, but what's that all?
Of course. I mean, open one day, like I said. I make a little words here and on social media to fuck with people and get and I want to keep things interesting. It's bodybuilding is starting to ramp up now since the season about to crank up. At the time, I felt like it was kind of quiet on the hype, and I just a little, little words here and there. But open one day, like I said, in a couple of years, I'm just really focused on the 212 division and really trying to grow that division myself. And with me leaving as a champ, I don't think the 212 will benefit much from that. So I think I need to stay and be an ambassador for the sport, for the division, and try to hold it down as much as I can, and try to motivate other up and coming classic guys to move up, or even smaller open guys that probably could get down to 212 to come to 212 and compete. you know. So yeah, open one day, but no time soon, man. I'm just, I'm still under the weight cap, dude. I was 200 pounds still. I mean, I was having this. I told my fiance this not so long ago. I was like, I was 200 pounds like every 212 show I've done. I've done 212. It's been like 4 years now, and I've been 200 pounds on stage on all the shows. It's either 200 or 201. So it just tells you how much room I have to grow. I'm hoping to see 204, 205 on stage. I was thinking I was going to see that this year, but we saw 200 still, so there's no rush. So that's just an example of I'm not going nowhere no time soon.
Yep. That's what you said last time, and I love it. And I think the 212 needs a new. You are the face. There's no question about that. And think of classic, you think of C-Bum. When you think of 212, you think of Keone Pearson, and that's got to be so damn cool that young people, athletes, they look up to you. You are the face of 212. What do you think the 212 needs to do to grow? Obviously, I think it's growing. I think that there's more shows obviously coming for 212. What else do you think you can do to expand the 212 besides obviously being the face of it?
I mean, honestly, just get more competitors. We need more competition in these shows. I don't think the competition is very, very heavy right now in 212. I'm starting to see it going up a little bit more. I'm seeing more classic physique looking bodies in the 212 division. But I think we just need more competitors. I mean, the harder competition in these shows will bring these fans to these shows to come watch. Like, people are going crazy right now about the Arnold, seeing Derek and because these are the stars, and that's what I'm hoping to bring to the division in the next couple of years, is try to really get, like, I hope to recruit some guys and motivate guys like, hey, if you want to improve, you got to go up and don't be scared to get uncomfortable, because 178 pounds when my coach PJ Brown at the time told me I should do 212. 178 pounds, so so I think there's more competition. Obviously one of these days I would like to invest into the prize money for like the place winning, just to make it more interesting, so we can have more people come to the show, which is going to draw more fans equals more tickets. So just little things like that.
Yeah. And what impresses me about you is, and I guess the word I want to use is resilience. When we had you on the podcast 3 years ago, you were not a champ yet, but you knew you were going to be a champ, and that's to me what I mean. It was, I think we even talked about it. You knew you were going to get it. It's just a matter of when. The next year you got it. So going into this year, obviously you won last year. What was the attitude going in this year? Did you have kind of a fresh mindset, or were you going in as a champion and I'm going to conquer this kind of thing?
Just that I was going to conquer this, I wanted to be the best man in the show, to bring a physique that people can look back 10 years. And I felt like that physique we brought this year, and there's still a lot of things I can improve on. Like, me and my fiance was watching a comparison video against Hottie from Mark's Max Muscle on YouTube. I'm not sure if you ever heard of him before. He does a lot of comparison videos, and I still see a lot of things I need to work on. And I'm not perfect, but I think the physique that we brought this year was definitely something to wake people up, let them know, like, I still can improve, and I'm young, and I still have a lot more to go. But yeah, man, I'm just really excited to make these new improvements, man. Every time I look at these pictures of me still, I'm like, I'm still not happy. I'm proud of what I accomplished, but I'm not satisfied,
Yes, and I think that's a key mindset, key on being proud of what you've accomplished, but knowing, hey, like you started out in 212, you've made so much improvements. You keep on the improvements going. I mean, it's just going to be, you're going to be a master class, and you're going to come into a legendary physique, which you've already created, but it's just going to get better every year. And that alone will be special. Now, what did you learn about yourself this year in prep? Obviously, you have a wonderful fiance who you do it with. Did you learn anything about yourself in this prep? Whether that be a mantra or a saying or just something about yourself as a human being.
That's a good question, man. I just learned just more self-belief, and then I have a really good circle behind me. I have Coach Patrick Tor, wonderful fiance that pushes me every single day in the gym. You just gotta. I'm just more open for more criticism now. I'm more open for advice so I can get better. And we're never too old to take advice from people and get criticized. And that's what I think a lot of people need to learn in bodybuilding, life in general, but bodybuilding speaking, you can't be afraid to, ask for advice or be open for criticism, because that can actually help you to your benefit. And I think that's something I learned a lot about myself this year, is being more open to take those type of things. And I think that's why, we did what we did this year, because of that too, as well, I can say. So
and we had Patrick on the podcast a while ago, and one of the genius minds in bodybuilding, obviously, and truly an amazing coach. And I think it takes a true man to be or woman to be able to take criticism and know, hey, this is going to be used constructively and to become a better athlete, a better person. And are we going to see you in any shows? Obviously, this year, is it going to be guest posing until the Olympia? How's that looking, if you can talk about that yet?
I have a guest pose.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's in July. It's in
Okay.
I did it last year. I did it 2 years. But that's like the only thing I have going. I have some guest appearances coming up to Mexico. It produces pretty soon. Traveling to Italy for Yamamoto, Shanghai, China for Yamamoto. Got some other place I'm going around domestically, but no guest posts except for one right now. I'll be at Pittsburgh Pro.
Wow.
Super excited about that. I saw Nick Walker will be on Martin getting a rematch, so that's going to be a dope rematch. So I'll be at Pittsburgh Pro. So, but that's pretty much what's going on with me so far, bro. Not much. I'm recovering from the guy surgery right now. I got done about 7 days ago. A lot of people was pretty shocked about that, but some people wasn't, because it's very minor, but it's something that I needed to take care of. So I'm just recovering from that now. Then hopefully I can get back in the gym in the next 2 weeks or so and crank things back up, man.
Yeah, and use it as fuel, champ, and which I know you will. How does it? Is there anything different from this year versus last year being the champion? Obviously, last year was your first win. This year's your second win. You talked about kind of still taking that improvement and still growing to be the best version of yourself. Is there any different things in terms of mindset in that aspect?
I think more so now is just, now that I won 2 times, is more so now I'm thinking bigger than just winning the next Mr. Olympia. It's more so building a legacy. That's the mindset now, and probably till I retire, is legacies. Build a legacy. I want to be remembered as not only the best 212, but that's one of the best bodybuilders ever grace the stage. When we think of that, we think of a Ronnie Coleman or Chris Cormier, Flex Wheeler. We think of those guys, and I want to be that guy. So that is pretty much my mindset this year. So with having that mindset, I think I will be able to still make a lot of improvements, and just stay hungry. So building a legacy, man, is it's what we're working on now.
I was going to ask what a legacy looks like to you, but obviously you answered that question perfectly, I think. And as I mentioned earlier, and I'm not trying to hype you up too much, but I think it's in the works that you are going to become, when we talk about greatest physiques, when we talk about greatest bodybuilders.
Thank you.
We're going to see Keone the Prodigy Pearson. I'm not trying to hype you up too much over here, because but I think you are on the right track. And I mean, winning 2 times in the 212 with a dominant win this year put a statement that, hey, I'm here to stay. And like you talk about, which I respect you so much, is you're still open for the criticism. And I'm going to say you're not even at your best yet. And that's the scariest part. Imagine full Keone at his 99.99%, you are going to be one of the best physiques of all time. There's no question about it, you know?
Bro, yeah, that's the cool thing about it. That's the scary thing about it. I still haven't hit my stride yet, and I'm starting to hit my stride, but I haven't hit that maturity, that peak yet. You know, I'm only 29. I won't probably see that till I'm like 31 or maybe when I'm 30. But you know, I still have so much to improve on density. Some body, like my feedback this year wasn't really much. Tyler was very pleased, but I went back into the critique. You know, I still need more thickness in the back. I still need more upper pecs, more upper chest, and so that's what we're working on. I'm super excited to get back in the gym after this recovery and just kill it. Because after this recovery, which is probably like another 2-3 weeks, I'll have probably like 4 or 5 months of growing. So plenty of much time to improve. So we'll see how much we can improve.
And let me ask you this: obviously, it's hard for me to be out of the gym, and I'm not one of the best bodybuilders on the planet right now. How do you kind of stay mentally sharp and still kind of keep up with everything while not being able to go to the gym and obviously recovering from the surgery, Keone?
I'm staying up to date with social media and stuff and the YouTube videos, but I'm not stuck on social media all day because of that. Just because, I think it would annoy me a little bit if I'm seeing everybody work out every single, well, all day on the cell phone. So I kind of like drift away. Like before I got on this call, I was watching Netflix. You know, just trying to keep busy. You know, I ain't got much going on right now just because I'm recovering. I'm not supposed to use my arms as much right now because of the surgery. But yeah, but I mean, I got so much motivation right now, bro. I got all the things that has me super positive and motivated. I know when this time go by, the gym is going to be, I'm going to smash it. I'm going to kill it. So I need this downtime. It's very important to have this type of downtime. But to be honest, I thought about this. I don't see how those guys back in the 90s, they would take
Kevin Levrone.
a long time off the gym.
Yeah.
Even dieting. I can't do that from the diet, but from training, I can't be away from the gym 5, 6, 7 weeks post Olympia. I can't do that unless I have to. So I take my hat off for those guys. It's crazy.
And, yeah. That just shows. I mean, it makes it more impressive on Kevin Levrone, obviously, who is known for being able to just take a few months off and then come in the arguably one of the best shapes of, best physiques of all time. I don't know how he did that, honestly.
Coming back.
Yeah. And where do you see bodybuilding going? I know I've asked you this question probably before on the podcast, not just the 212, but obviously each year it's getting bigger. And we just had Dan Solomon on the podcast, president, and I asked him the same question. Do you see bodybuilding getting bigger? Do you see it becoming? I guess the first question is, do you think it ever will be mainstream, Keone?
I don't know, man. I don't. It's a hard question to ask just because of what we look like and what we do to look like this. And it's not something the real world can really relate to. Everybody can relate to football, basketball, and soccer. A lot of people can train for that and be in the NFL. A lot of people can't train to be a Mr. Olympia, a professional bodybuilder. It's just something. It's just I don't think the real world can relate to. I feel like if it's not relatable, I think it's kind of hard to be mainstream. I think.
Yeah.
I feel about it, but I hope one day we can. That would be freaking awesome. I know back in the day it was an ESPN.
Yeah.
Cool, but I do think overall bodybuilding is growing. Obviously, divisions are growing. The past couple of years, we got the wellness division, then they got this new fit model division coming up. So, I mean, we're growing. We're definitely growing. The prize money's growing. So we're definitely going in the right direction. We're not going backwards whatsoever. It's just taking time.
Yeah, I like that. We're not going backwards, obviously, in the sport, and we're progressing. I mean, 60th anniversary was a success, obviously.
Yeah.
Great turnout, great bodybuilders. And I think you also mentioned a great point. Well, I'm going to say it again. We view the outside world knows Chris Bumstead. The outside world is now going to start to know Keone Pearson. How cool is that someone who doesn't necessarily know bodybuilding will know that you are the 212 champ? How cool is that?
It's crazy, man. I just came back from Korea a couple of weeks ago, and I mean, we was meeting the fans that knows nothing about bodybuilding, nothing. It's because I done so in Korea. I'm like, me and my fiance are like famous on YouTube in Korea for mukbangs. Yeah, crazy. So a lot of those guys don't. My baby, I love you. And a lot of people don't know anything about bodybuilding. They know me and my fiance through mukbangs. Do know that we are competitors, so it's cool. I actually met a couple of people in person and knew me from mukbang videos. So just for example, like that, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool, man.
Obviously, and I also mean that you have a great presence on social media, and you're an ambassador for fitness as well, not just bodybuilding. And that's got to be so damn cool. Now, besides this year, not besides this year, the other division that you eventually will go to, the open division, and I don't want to push you yet, but this year was a crazy, 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 crazy new champion. What were your thoughts on obviously Samson becoming the new champ? And Derek and Hadi battling it out for the final three, and then Martin as well coming in at that fourth slot.
Oh, I was stoked for Samson, man. I'm always been a huge fan of Samson. He's one of the most complete bodybuilders today, and huge. And as obviously we said it 1,000 times. You don't see people that big with that type of structure and that type of flow. So I was excited for Samson. He brought his all-time best so far. I know he still have more room to. I know he can still improve, and that's the beauty of it, and that's scary.
Yeah.
But as far as Hadi and Derek, scary for them. Derek can still improve too, and he's one of my favorite bodybuilders.
Yes.
I'm super excited for him to compete in the Arnold. Just to say that out there first. I think he's gonna shock a lot of people at the Arnold. I'm super stoked to see that. But Hadi and Derek, I mean, that's always a battle. It's always a battle. It's not easy. That top three can go either way, bro. Either way. Like if somebody's off, one of them gonna be ahead of each other. That's just how good they are. That top three is a pretty deadly top three, So, but as far as results, I was pretty okay with the results. Martin looked crazy. His condition, the fullness, the roundness was insane.
Yeah.
Huge fan of Martin as well. Would be my training partner. Shout out to Martin. And he looked insane. He's definitely the talk right now. He's a top bodybuilder right now. I'm super excited for him to see him just do his fucking thing, man.
Yeah. And next week's guest got 5th place, and he's also got a lot of damn potential as well. And Andrew jacked. That guy's, I mean, if he hits it, he could be a top 3. He could win it all. It's scary, man. It's scary how
alone is, like I said, one person miss.
That's the next man up. and that is scary. And Keone, it's always an honor and privilege to talk to you, man, because you're so full of excitement and joy for the sport, man. And I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but this is the Underdog talk.
Yeah.
And there's something about the Underdog. And I've got to ask you, what has been your biggest underdog moment in bodybuilding? Obviously, I could think of a few where you were the underdog and you rose and shone. But what for you in bodybuilding that people may not know was the moment where you were doubted and you kind of just did your thing and proved the fuckers wrong?
I think most people know is this from the 21 Olympia where I got 14th. I had that really bad showing, and I got sick before the show, and I didn't say I was going to win. I didn't think I was going to win the Olympia. My goal is always to let me back up. My goal is always to win, but what I was bringing before I got sick, I knew that I can be in that top 6 call out battle with those guys. When I got sick, everything went downhill. And when I got 14th place, I think that's what woke me the fuck up. I got a new coach, and I was with Patrick Tour in 22. I met my fiance in 22, and then everything skyrocketed from there. So I think that was probably the biggest underdog moment. That was the moment where I think a lot of people was not talking about me, which was great because it was less pressure.
Yes.
Going to the 22 Olympia was no pressure for me. No. Back then, I used to let pressure get to me because I didn't know how to handle it. It was just too much, and I let my mind spiral too much. And I would let people pull me in so many different directions, and I didn't have that team to keep me,
grounded.
place. So yeah, 21, man, that was a year. And you have to have one of those years to bring your absolute best later. And I think that's what happened. And I don't regret nothing that happened in 21. Nothing.
And it's a wake-up call, and everything happens for a reason. I mean, if you didn't, I just that's just the end message of this podcast. Everything happens for a reason. You are where you are now because of 2022, 2021, and 2020, and shoot, even the start of bodybuilding. Because I think it all comes down to you've made those improvements every year. Like just tying everything back in together, the improvements that you've made are just getting better and better every year. Now,
that's if you're not improving, then I don't know what you're doing. And that's something that I am known for. Even when I wasn't at my best, when I wasn't bringing the best showings, even though I still won, I was still improving every single show. And the judges saw that. But they definitely humbled me in 21 when it was like, this is not going to cut it. Like, not going to cut it. I mean, like I said, it woke me up. And I haven't felt the loss before in bodybuilding till then. Most shows I've done in bodybuilding, I won or I was top 3 or top 4, which that was only the Arnold and Olympia the first year when I was competing. So that was a wake-up call. And I needed it.
Yeah, I think we all need that at some point. And Underdog Talk, if you're watching, you got the defeat. Do not let it bring you down. I think just use it as fuel and rise up and show some fuckers wrong. Now, Keone, before we let you go, obviously we know you're doing some big things with Yamamoto Nutrition, Cardillo. What are all those codes? And you know what? Force 5 people to go to Cardillo, get something using codes, Keone's code. We'll send you some stuff out. But what is all those codes, Keone?
Yeah, Freedom is only for the US. It's Keone, my name. And then Yamamoto will be Prodigy. Elevate Cream of Rice. If you haven't now, if not, I could send you a bag, bro. I will bless you with a bag. So shoot me your address after this podcast. Elevate Cream of Rice will be Keone. And Long Life Meal Prep sponsor, Prodigy. And I think I'm missing something else. Merit Health. If you guys are trying to get your labs done, check your blood work. Something I've been praising a lot, especially since I got with Merit Health. Use my code Prodigy at checkout. I feel like I'm missing something else. But also, you guys check out my YouTube, Keone Prodigy. I've been cranking up my YouTube lately. A lot of people have been loving it. I got a videographer now, so his content, the quality is amazing. So you guys check that out at Keone Prodigy on YouTube. And yeah, you guys follow along.
There's some big things coming for this gentleman right here. And as I said at the start of the podcast, he will go down as one of the greatest of all time. To me, that's no question. To me, that's no question. I said it 3 years ago, and he didn't even win Olympia. So this guy's destined for greatness, and like his name, the Prodigy, he will rise and shine. Guys, don't forget to check all those codes out. They'll be in the bio. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Follow Keone on Instagram as well, which will also be in the bio. Until next time, guys, the Prodigy and the Underdog